There's an island in the Aegean Sea that's special in every way. It's an island where natural beauty, authenticity, and elegance compose a unique setting. While the Cyclades Islands are famous for their barren scenery, this island is filled with lush greenery, rivers, and waterfalls. It's an island with a rich agricultural past that reflects on its most authentic towns and villages. But this island is also the definition of elegance and grandeur, with its neoclassical mansions and marble squares, remnants of the time this blessed land was a maritime superpower. This island is Andros, and we're overjoyed to call it our second home. Let us show you around its charms.
Όσο και παρακαλώ ενημερώνουμε τους κυρίους επιβάτες ότι για λόγους ασφαλείας τα γκαράζ του πλοίου θα παραμείνουν κλειστά καθ' όλη τη διάρκεια του ταξιδιού.
The second largest of all the Cyclades Islands, Andros, Greece is just a 2-hour ferry ride from Rafina port near Athens. Every trip to Andros starts in Gavrio, the island's quaint port town. Andros is a large island with a lot of amazing things to see and do. Therefore, driving is by far the best way to get around. If you don't own a car, renting one will get you to even the remotest beaches and villages. Not to mention the scenic routes you will enjoy along the way. Most roads in Andros are paved, but there are quite a few dirt ones too. If you prefer not to drive, there are local travel agencies that can arrange the best tours around the island for you. Andros is home to 10 rivers with continuous flow all year long. That explains the island's lush valleys, lakes, and waterfalls, which alternate with barren slopes and olive groves. The best way to explore the island's natural charms is hiking. This is why we have published an article about Andros hiking on our website. You can find the link in the description below. Andros has a wide network of ancient paths that are cleared and signposted by Andros Routes, a passionate team of volunteers. These paths have a total length of over 180 kilometers. Among them, there's a certified trail of 100 kilometers, the amazing Andros Route. The latter offers hikers the opportunity to walk the entire island from north to south in 10 days, staying at a different village each day. Route number 8 is one of the best hiking paths in Andros, especially for first-timers. Starting from Apika village and ending on Yalia beach, this path that takes about 2 hours to walk seems to have it all. It passes by wonderful dry stone walls, running waters, gorgeous villages such as Stenias and Apika, lakes, and beautiful stone bridges. The highlight of Route 8, though, is Fabrika, an imposing watermill that used to be a wheat and pasta factory in the past. Now it stands abandoned, yet magnificent, whispering secrets from the island's glorious past to enchanted hikers from all over the world. There are also short walking routes in Andros, ideal for those that aren't avid hikers. One of them is Route 2A, a super easy path that anyone can walk, even wearing flip-flops. Starting from Apika village, 15 minutes later, the path ends at one of the dreamiest locations in Andros, Greece, the fairy tale-like Pithara waterfalls. One of the best things to do in Andros is to combine hiking with sightseeing. For example, Route 15 passes by the Tower of Agios Petros, one of the major attractions in Andros, while Route 18 takes hikers to the stunning Foros Cave. Although small, Foros is one of the most fascinating caves in Greece. You can visit the cave on a guided tour only. The tour lasts about 20 minutes, during which you will learn everything about the cave's history and its impressive formations.
Αετό στο πάνω κομμάτι της πάρκου. Αν το δείτε όμως όλο, μέχρι κάτω, δεν βλέπετε μία πετύστη μορφή.
Ναι.
Σαν άγγελος.
Σαν άγγελος.
Αριστερά, δεξιά, βάλει τα πόδια, πατάει κάπου σταθερά. Το είναι αυτό εδώ. Δεν ξέρω που θα ξανασυναντήσει. Σπηλαιογένεση. Είναι το πρώτο στάδιο δημιουργίας νέου σταλαγμίτη.
One of the main reasons to visit Andros is to enjoy the island's spectacular beaches. There are many beaches in Andros, and each of them is absolutely wonderful. Most of them are sandy, with sunbeds, umbrellas, and other facilities, but there are also many secluded ones where you can experience the island's raw beauty. You can get to some of the best beaches in Andros by public transport. If you're driving, you should know that some of the prettiest beaches are accessible via a dirt road. Also, there are a handful of beaches that are only accessible via hiking paths or by boat. We have a detailed guide to the best beaches in Andros on our website. You can find the link in the description below. Untouched by the effects of mass tourism, Andros, Greece is one of the most authentic Greek islands. You can feel this at its most laid-back towns such as Gavrio and Korthi. Even Batsi, which is the busiest town in Andros and the island's best nightlife spot, has a nostalgic aura that's hard to resist. Yet, it's in the tiny villages like Episkopio and Manites that time seems to have stopped, and it's also there that the island's farming traditions are most evident. Gavrio is the island's port and one of the most authentic towns in Andros. A couple of decades ago, only locals frequented its very few traditional coffee shops and restaurants. But that's changed now. There are many charming places to hang out that both locals and visitors love. Also, Gavrio is perfect for ferry spotting enthusiasts. On the other hand, Batsi has always been vibrant and lively. However, even though most hotels, restaurants and bars in Andros are situated in Batsi, this town also manages to retain its authentic character. Korthi is the most secluded town in Andros and one of the best places to experience real island life. While in Andros, don't miss a chance to visit some of the tiniest villages that dot the island's mountains and valleys. Episkopio is a beyond words charming village that seems to have sprung out of the pages of a fairy tale. Walking along the village's main path to the so-called Bridge of Love feels like stepping inside a dream. After the Greek War of Independence in 1821, Andros Island gradually became a maritime superpower that reached its peak in the years that followed World War I. During that time, the island flourished. Grand neoclassical mansions were built, captains from Andros were famous all over the world, and the island became wealthy and prosperous. Most local men worked in the shipping industry, while their wives and children led lonely lives on the island, waiting for those precious moments that they would see their fathers, husbands, and grandfathers again. Nowadays, former captains have a lifetime's worth of memories to share.
Εκείνο που μου είπε ο αντιπροπτήρας που έκανε βάρδια, ότι είδε ξαφνικά μια πύρινη, ένα πύρινο φίδι επάνω στο κατάστρωμα, γύριζε και έκανε διάφορες κινήσεις και ξαφνικά πήγε στο σημείο που έβγαινε το γκάζι, τσαφ, και πήρε το πιάνο.
The best place to imagine what life must have been like back in the day when Andros was a maritime superpower is Chora, the island's charming capital. Built on a peninsula overlooking the Aegean Sea, with Nimborio Beach on one side and Paraporti Beach on the other, Andros Town, or Chora, is a sight for sore eyes, with its neoclassical mansions and marble squares. Nowhere in the Cyclades can you see a town as elegant as Chora in Andros. Apart from wandering around the spacious Gyrocomia Square, the pedestrianized Embirikou Street, the picturesque Kairi Square, and the nostalgic Kamara neighborhood, while admiring one superb mansion after another, there are other fantastic things to see in Andros Town. Some of them are the windswept ruins of the lower castle of Andros, the quaint churches of Theoskepasi and Panagia Thalassini, and of course, the enchanting Tourlitis, the only lighthouse in Europe that's built on a rock in the middle of the sea. Moreover, there are many museums in Chora, such as the Museum of Contemporary Art, the Archaeological Museum, and the Maritime Museum of Andros. Yet, the ultimate landmark of Andros is the statue of the unknown sailor that sleeplessly looks out to the sea in honor of all the seafarers that lost their lives throughout the centuries, dominating what's without doubt the most magnificent square in the Cyclades.
Ο αφανής ναύτης που πήγατε ήταν όλο σπίτι. Όλη αυτή η πλατεία ήταν σπίτι, καταστράφηκε όλο, δεν υπήρχε πλατεία, ήταν το τελευταίο σπίτι, όλη η πλατεία και ήταν η Μπυρίκη. Καταστράφηκε με τον βαπτισμό γιατί αυτό πρώτα χτίσανε και μετά αυτοί το δώρισαν, δεν το ξαναχτίσανε και το κάναν πλατεία.
While in Chora, don't miss the chance to try the local sweets. Andros Island has a long dessert-making tradition that's influenced by the pastry-making traditions of other European countries, mainly thanks to Ioannis Athineos, a renowned 19th-century pastry chef. Athineos learned the secrets of French pastry-making in Alexandria and then went back to his homeland Andros to teach local pastry chefs how to create their own sugar wonders. The elegance of Andros isn't evident in Chora alone. Another fine example of the island's past grandeur is Stenies, the so-called village of the captains. Dotted with wonderful neoclassical mansions and as peaceful as can be, Stenies is a village totally untouched by time and tourism. Andros is defined by its natural beauty, authenticity, elegance, and how these characteristics have blended throughout the centuries. Nowadays, when other Greek islands succumb to the sirens of mass tourism, Andros remains indifferent to their call and strives to preserve and forward these very characteristics that are integral to the island's culture. In terms of protecting the environment and promoting sustainability, apart from the efforts of the Andros Roots team, another fine example is the island's botanical garden, which hosts 150 species of the island's native plants and boasts a restored 18th century tower and a traditional olive mill. When visiting Andros, its authentic vibes are hard to miss. With a vision to preserve the island's real character and promote culture, Captain Lefteris Polemis and his family restored the hilltop Agia Irini monastery, which no longer hosts monks or nuns. The monastery functions as a museum, housing many private collections, from writing and blacksmithing tools to musical instruments, fossils, and flowers. You can visit the monastery on a guided tour. Last but not least, Andros never turns its back on the very trait that makes it stand out from all the other islands: its naval history and how the latter forged the way of life in Andros. Stepping inside Andrion Club, one of the oldest social clubs in Greece, is a real eye-opener.
Είναι εθνικό σωματείο, είναι φτιαγμένη στα πρότυπα των λεσχών στην Αγγλία, των κοινωνικών. Είναι μέσα στις τρεις παλαιότερες λέσχες στην Ελλάδα, δηλαδή η λέσχη Ανδρίων, η λέσχη Ελλάς στη Σύρο και η Αθηναϊκή λέσχη, αυτές οι τρεις παλαιότερες. Η λέσχη Ανδρίων είναι η μόνη από όλες, η οποία από την ίδρυσή της ήταν μεικτή, ανδρών και γυναικών. Το οποίο δείχνει και τη σημασία των γυναικών στην κοινωνία της Άνδρου στην περίοδο της ακμής της. Που οι ανδρεώτες ήταν ναυτικοί και οι γυναίκες κρατούν στα σπίτια και τις οικονομίες και τα.
So, this is Andros, our Andros, an island that doesn't want to attract maddening crowds. An island that wants to reserve its wonders for the selected few that are eager to uncover its secrets and get to the heart of its essence. Andros is like no other island, and it will remain so. We'll never stop going back to Andros. Will you join us? For our detailed Andros Greece travel guide, visit www.itsalltriptome.com or find the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and share it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.